Hello everybody, this is Daniel Hood at havenacode.com, and I want to show you guys how to set up PHPMyAdmin's designer mode. What PHPMyAdmin's designer mode is it allows you to organize your relations in like a really easy fashion. Like, I can click on designer mode when I select my database, and it gives me this diagram. And in this diagram I can create relations from a primary key to a foreign key. And these relations, like just this diagram, is really nice because we can just go in there and find out the names of our tables and columns inside of our tables. Another good thing about the designer mode is we can go into one of our category tables, page categories, and I can edit a pages column and then select the page cat ID with the drop down that displays all of the page cat IDs I created in the page cats table, which holds the primary key. So I'm going to go to pages, and I'm going to edit a page that has data. And I go, okay, I'm going to select the page cat ID that I want for my pages column, pages record. So I go in here and say, alright, I only have 2, and I can select the drop down here. And you could actually do this with strings, I believe, but you probably only want to just use integers. Okay, so that's what's pretty cool about it. I'm going to show you guys how to install it. So the first thing you want to do is go to phpmyadmin.net and download the latest version, which is 0.7.1 in my tutorial. So okay, we download it, and I'm just going to go to my downloads and show you guys what to do with it. So you're in your zip folder, go into the folder inside that folder. This is basically the PHPMyAdmin root folder and holds the PHPMyAdmin application. So you just want to copy all of that and put it on your server inside of a folder that is easy to access. You could just create a folder on your website and name it ASDF, and then paste all of the content inside ASDF. And then we can access PHPMyAdmin by going to yoursite.com/ASDF. Okay. So I'm just gonna get it all set up real quick. The first thing we need to do when we get all the files onto there is open up config.inc.php located in the PHPMyAdmin root folder. And I'm just going to open it up with Notepad. Actually, I'm going to open it up with Dreamweaver, just because it's easier to read. So when we edit the config.sample, when we edit the config file, we need to have our host handy, whatever your host name is, whether it be localhost or whatnot. We need a blowfish secret, and that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and get the blowfish secret. You can get the blowfish secret from this handy website. It generates one for you. And the reason why we need a blowfish secret is because this is used to encrypt passwords that may be stored in the browser, like authorization codes. And it just enhances the PHPMyAdmin security, and it's absolutely necessary in this installation. I will provide a link to this website that produces a blowfish secret. So go and copy the blowfish secret, and then paste it in the PHP variable value. Then go down, and auth type we can leave it cookie, This is where your host name goes. It could be whatever your hosting account gave you, or it could be localhost if you're in doubt. And then you want to change the extension to MySQLi if your server supports it. But it's 2011 right now, and you should be able to get away with MySQLi. It's nice and it's faster. So I don't really need to change anything besides MySQLi. And I got my Blowfish secret, so I'm ready to go. Go to File, Save As, config.inc.php. So make sure you rename it to config.inc.php. Save that. And now I'm going to navigate to the phpMyAdmin application, which is located on my computer in ASDF. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and sign in. Alright, so we're logged in and it looks all spiffy. That's cool. So now what we have to do is look for a designer mode. Where is it? Well, it's not on here yet because we have to set up a database that holds all the diagram information. So let's do that. Inside your phpMyAdmin folder, there's this nifty little script that sets up a phpMyAdmin database for you. Open up createtables.sql in the scripts folder. I'm just going to open it up with Notepad, and I'm going to highlight everything and then copy it. An SQL file holds a query. So copy all the information in there to your clipboard, and then go to Query window inside phpMyAdmin, and just paste the query inside there, and click Go. And hopefully it works. For most people, like on a hosting account, sometimes they don't allow users to create a database. So you might have to change create database to use you just delete this part and then change the database to your correct database name that you created on your cPanel in your hosting account. Everything should have worked fine. Alright, so now we should have a phpMyAdmin database. Cool. Now there's just one more thing we need to do. Go back into your config.inc.php file and scroll down to where it says phpMyAdmin configuration storage settings. We'll see a whole bunch of commented stuff. So what we need to do is just comment out the CFG values or variables. And guess what, guys? Skyrim comes out tonight. Okay. Alright, so what this is doing is it's just what we're defining in here. We have to define the control user that is allowed to use the phpMyAdmin database. Mine is root and always Falcon 69. Okay, so then you go down to PMADB and then change your phpMyAdmin database to correct database. Mine is phpMyAdmin already. So after that, you just save it, upload it to your server. I don't have to because it's on my computer. And then go to phpMyAdmin. I'm going to have to log out, restart that tab, and navigate back to it. Which is ASDF. Okay, so now when we click on a database, we should see the designer mode. Voila! Now you just need to create relations. So I got a tutorial that goes to a tut subcat ID. I'm going to zoom in for you. So I want to relate this to my foreign key. Create relation. Alright, that just added to the PHP my admin database. So now I can go into tuts and edit one. Now I can select a tut subcat ID, and it has 6 in there. And that's how you set up PHP my admin designer mode. I hope this helps you in your projects. And I don't care if you like this. Peace out.
Imagine you built a product and now you want to find the best possible way to package it in a box and ship it in containers. This becomes difficult if the part has lots of bends and curves that makes it difficult to stack them up together. In our process design application, we have a container packing application that makes it easier to find the best solution to pack your products together. In this example, we'll try to create a packaging solution for one of the lower arms that connects the frame and the wheel of this dune buggy. We'll start off by creating a packing study in Process Designer. We'll assign the parts to the packaging study. You can see that by simple drag and drop, we can assign the parts to the study. The next step is to add a set of standard boxes to the packing study. Now we'll take a look at the standard packing boxes that are defined in Process Designer. You can see in this dialog the standard dimensions of the selected boxes. Now let's configure the packing study. First, we have to define a set of stable part orientation. This functionality is especially useful for fragile parts when you don't want to place your parts upside down in a container. In our example, we'll lay our part flat. You can also quickly define additional stable orientations of this part by selecting the correct coordinate axis combinations. When we build the packing solution, we have the option to choose if we want all the parts to be oriented in the same way, or we can choose to allow multiple stable orientations. We will go ahead and execute the calculate packing solution command and let the program to perform several packing scenarios. You have the option to visualize and simulate as Process Designer goes through evaluating different scenarios. Once the processing is over, you can see the results of specific scenarios and the number of parts you can pack for a box configuration. You can determine the option that gives you the most parts in a container. If you want to communicate the packaging instruction to your vendors, you can easily create snapshots of the packing analysis and send an electronic document of the instructions.